Good evening, guys and gals. Just a short little update for you today on Orwin. Anybody who's been watching will know that I've been doing a load of progress videos trying to get the car ready for the MOT. It's my 1984 rat cav called Orwin, and I'll just give you a little sneak peek preview. What's all that there then? Well, let me just show you. I have got another video on the way, but unfortunately my phone keeps messing up and the video keeps screwing up with my phone. I'll just show you where I am anyway. So this is jumping ahead. The video, which I've still got to edit and upload yet, shows me finishing off that patch there. I've just chucked a load of black Amorite on it, and I've chucked a load more on all these other bits that I've welded. Now there is another patch that I need to weld, which I knew about, which is under there somewhere near the exhaust. But while I jacked the car up to have a look at it, I noticed water was dripping out along this seam, and I'm like, that's not good. But I had noticed it were a little bit damp inside, so let me just jump ahead to the inside. And yeah, ever so slightly wet inside. You can't see because I ain't got the torch on, so back in a sec with the torch on. By the magic of editing, I've now got the torch on. So yeah, it's all very, very wet in the bottom of here, and I think the water's been coming in through the holes in the inner bulkhead, which are the ones that I've welded from the other side, and then the water was leaking out through that hole there. And those two pipes you can see are the fuel pipes. Luckily they are quite easy to unclip and just move out of the way. But obviously I'm going to have to get the carpet out of... I've unscrewed the centre console and just shoved it to one side for now, but I'm going to get the front seat out. Yeah, the soundproofing is just absolutely soddened. I've ripped out as much as I could up to this stage. It's absolutely trashed, so I'm going to have to either try and replace it or just drive the car with some nice new soundproofing in, if I can get some aftermarket stuff. While I'm under here, I'll show you another bit which I know I've got to weld. There's this bit here on the bulkhead that's looking through to the engine bay. I did know about this. It's been welded before in the past, as you can see, with all the gold Hammerite. There's a bit up there where it's been welded as well, as you can see at some point. And yeah, I did know about that, but you can see again a little telltale sign, rust, a little rusty trail where water's run in. So I think that might be the culprit of where the water's getting in, but also that's one of the bits where I've plated through from the other side. As obviously it's not very tidy on the inside of the car. I need to do a lot of tidying up of that, but as there for now, I'm just getting all the patches done, getting him solid, ready for an MOT. I can do all these bits tidying up at a later date. As you can see, it really doesn't look pretty under here at all, does it? But he is nearly 40-year-old, and he is my rat cav. You know, if I were doing a proper full-on restoration on him, I'd completely strip the interior out, I'd have the dashboard out, and all these little patches I'm doing, well, I wouldn't do them as patches, I'd replace entire panels. I won't be patching them, I'd be replacing entire panels. It's not exactly a case of doing a restoration, it's supposed to be just a case of keeping him alive and keeping him on the road for as long as I can. Obviously at some point in the future I might have to take him off the road and do a full complete strip down rebuild. We shall see what happens in the future, but there you go, guys. So that's just where I'm up to at the moment. In fact, now I've got the torch on, I'll go round underneath and I'll show you where the other hole is. Just bear with me. Just gotta crawl on my back under the car. Sorry for the dodgy camera work, but there we go. That's the other hole, which I already knew about. Now, it doesn't go through anywhere other than to where the gear linkage comes through. You see the gear linkage goes there. Underneath behind that and comes out of that end, so that don't go through to the inside of the car or anything. It's just like this cross member piece of the body. That's the bit I've just been showing you from inside the car. So that's the hole from this side, so you can see the fuel pipe. And that's where the water was dripping, so it's obviously coming through there, dripping. It was dripping down here. There's obviously quite a lot of surface rust. I have given that a good whack with a hard screwdriver, and it is actually solid. Same over that side as well. It is actually solid. Just looks worse than it is. It's like this, it looks a lot worse than it is, but once you chop it back and you cut it back and you get the grinder on it and cut away all the dead metal, it never looks anywhere near as bad. It always looks worse in this stage. You look at that and you think, oh god, it looks like the scene from the Titanic or something. But yeah, it's nowhere near as bad when you actually start cutting and grinding. The rest of the car under here is actually really solid, you know, the floor pans, the sills, because you're going to be seeing this upside down now, so it looks like the camera should be this way up. So you're looking at the car as if, yeah, you can see there how low he is as well. The flexi joint has been scubbing on the ground a few times over the years. One of the joys of lowered suspension. Let's turn it right way up. So there you go. Oh, you can see my new CV joints there as well, inner and outer. So that's something else you've seen on previous videos. Oh look, looking out from underneath the engine bay. Oh, and there is Sylvia. We're going to be just falling over. Going to be some more updates on Sylvia at some point soon. I have managed to get a good percentage of the dint out of the back. As you can see, the back end is looking a hell of a lot better than it was. It's still got some way to go yet, but it's getting there. But anyway, yeah, so there you go guys, that's where I'm up to. So I'll get this uploaded and then I'll try and edit the previous video. As I said, my phone keeps messing up, so some of my videos are not recording properly. In fact, this one might do the same. I'll have to watch it back and see what happens. So thanks a lot for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.